Three, two, one. Hello,
Hello,
Zanycast.
Zanycast.
We're getting a bit better at that. Welcome to Zanycast. I'm your host, Eowyn, but you can call me Whimsy, and I go by she, her pronouns, and this is my co host.
I'm Romy. I go by all pronouns except it is.
Yeah. Very exciting news in the cartoon world over the last week. Our characters are lagging, sorry about that. But if you've been on cartoon Twitter or Zany Twitter at all, you've probably seen a whole bunch of news. Most excitingly, for the topic of this podcast, Animaniacs was greenlit for a season 3. Applause.
I'm very excited for season 3.
We're all incredibly hyped. This opens a lot more opportunities. Now we have 2 times the chance of getting Romy in an episode.
Yeah.
The mouse, not the co-host.
Yeah.
Hire us.
How?
Hire us, Warner Brothers. Um,
Please.
and there's just so much potential here. I think the most exciting bit is I don't remember when they said this, but one of my friends reminded me that at one point they said that if there was a season 3, then they would include more segments.
Ooh.
So I don't know if this means more experimental segments or more like they're bringing back more. Um,
Mm.
if
I
they're
want to
bringing
say they
back more,
might be bringing back more.
yeah, I'd love it if that happened. I'm kind of on their experimental segments so far, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're gonna get better, I hope. And
I hope they get better.
yeah, but I do hope that they add some older characters because it doesn't feel the same without them. The new show, of course, great. It's fine without them. I just think, treat for the old fans.
Yeah.
The new fans, of course, are just as important as the old fans. Don't get me wrong. I've had a lot of people try to twist my words and be like, "Oh, you're being like, oh, they're not supposed to be pandering to the old fans. They're supposed to be open to a
Really?
new audience." I'm just like, calm down, bud. I literally say like every single time that we're all equal as fans. I'm not gatekeep, girl boss, whatever.
Wait. Y'all are really were you really getting your words twisted?
A few times, yeah. I've had some people, come at me, but
Like who? I'm literally one of the newer fans.
yeah, I know. I'm just like I'm besties with a whole bunch of people who haven't even seen the original yet. Like, I genuinely
Like,
don't care. I'm not that kind of person. I don't gatekeep things. I'm like, if you like a show, you like it. You don't have to be so deeply invested in the lore that you know the middle names of the minor characters in the background. I genuinely couldn't care less.
exactly. Like, I kind of want their ads.
I don't remember. I tend to just ignore these people, but it's happened a few times. So yeah, if you're a new fan, welcome to the insanity. If you're an old one, great. I don't care. We should all be having fun with the new show.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be only pandering to the
Exactly.
new fans, and they shouldn't only be pandering to the old ones. There's a decent middle ground that you can make.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like the Chickenville episode, or um, just the small references in the mix. And I really like it.
Wait a minute.
Hmm?
Anyway, so the time where
Oh, and we lost Romy. Well, he'll be back in a bit. Um, but I think that if they include some new segments that aren't like the ones from the old show, um, I'm kind of hoping for some really iconic characters to appear because, the ones from the segments they've done already have not been that iconic. I genuinely don't really care that much for the alien guy or.
I did not hear what you said because
Yeah, I saw you
yeah.
dipped. I was just entertaining the audience by saying my
Like when,
takes. But continue, please.
but like when the whole zany Twitter was like talking about how others hate the reboot, I kind of felt like I felt guilty because I felt like it was like our fault.
It's not our fault.
It was someone
There are people
else's
going
fault.
ham on Twitter being like, ooh, every little thing is wrong with it. But, like, I let people have their opinions, you know?
Yeah,
If they don't like the reboot, who cares? You're not
if
entitled
they
to like every
like the
single
reboot.
thing about something you like. Um, I have my gripes about both the original and the reboot. Like, the reboot has a lot of flaws, a lot of inconsistencies between both parts of the series. And the original has, racism.
Exactly.
It's
And
a product of its
another,
time. There's some things that I don't like on both sides, and we're totally entitled to our own opinions. Don't feel guilty about it. That wasn't us. That was the toxic people on Zany Twitter who instantly jump to, oh my god, this fandom is so toxic the moment anybody has an opinion that varies from their own. Um,
the,
that is an incredibly toxic behavior. Like if I went out and said, I don't um, like for instance, I don't know, if I walked out and I was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the recent Pinky and the Brain segments, they would beat me to death because they'd think that I'm being toxic just by saying that I don't like something. That's not true, by the way. I like the recent Pinky and the Brain segments. I'm just making an example. But
man.
those are the kinds of people who say other people are toxic, but they're actually the toxic ones.
But like, I just wanted to say that if you're gonna come at Eowyn because she doesn't like quote unquote new fans or whatever, keep in mind that I literally got into the Animaniacs because of the reboot.
Yeah. I am.
And if you're gonna fuck with Eowyn, fuck with me first, okay? Okay.
I'm strong. It's fine. I can take it, but Um, but yeah, I'm genuinely so thrilled about the reboot. I don't know why anybody thinks I'm not. Um, I, like this brought back like a thriving bit of the fandom. Because I never really got to experience the fandom since
Yeah.
I wasn't born in the '90s. I watched it when I was 4, um, and I hadn't really had a fan base to hang out with until now because it's now thriving again because of the reboot, and I am so thankful for
Yeah.
that. And the reboot is great. Like, I criticize because I love to criticize things that I like. I
Yeah.
criticize out of affection because I want to make things better.
Don't
Um,
don't criticize out of hatred.
yeah, it is healthy to pick apart things that you like.
Hmm?
It is not healthy to have this sort of toxic positivity mindset,
It's
where you're
also
like,
not it's also not healthy to keep a negative, pessimistic
yeah,
outlook on everything in
there
that
is
though.
a happy middle ground that we can reach where it's just like you can criticize, you can nitpick, but you're also like, I love this show so much. If you're just
Hmm?
there to be rude and you're like, I hate everything about the reboot. Actually, I am an OG fan through and through. You need to go to the Please 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 Get a Life Foundation, and like just you know if you're on one extreme or the other where you're toxic positivity, you won't let anyone say anything negative, or you're toxic negativity where you won't say anything positive, just go away.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, if you're like toxic positivity about Brinky, you gotta keep in mind that brain does fuck up.
yeah.
And if you're all negative about Brinky and you say you ship Brinky, I will not fucking believe
And
you.
you're homophobic.
Looking at someone.
I really need to make those sprites where we're staring at the screen.
Yeah, I finally blocked that person, by the way.
PogChamp.
I'm very proud of myself. Because, like, just saying, if you're manipulating a 14-year-old, they enjoy Brinky,
Yeah.
and you're using that to your advantage, you.
I'm out here, like, enjoy what you enjoy, but just don't put others down for it, unless you're a pro shipper, in which case we will put you down for it.
Yeah, fuck you, you fucking gross bitch.
Pedo ass.
Like, I still can't believe there was, like, a pro shipper on Twitter that's like, why are people telling me to kill myself?
You guys
Done
are
nothing
attacking
wrong.
me. But like Gabby Hanna. These are
Yeah,
bullies. These
yeah,
are
yeah,
high
we are
school
attacking you.
bullies.
Like, yeah, we're attacking you because you're giving content to pedophiles and people who fap to incest. Yeah, that's why we're telling you to die.
Rolling out the punches. I'd just like to give a special thanks to Romy for letting us keep our 13 and up rating on YouTube.
No problem.
Thank Romy for your comment section abilities.
Yeah.
Without him, you'd be silenced. Alright. We kind of went off topic, but you know what? It's a podcast. It's just about talking. We don't need a topic.
Yeah.
You're here to listen to us.
I'm not here to spill the tea, but, like, yeah, I was manipulated by someone for a bit, or at least it
Uh-huh.
seemed like I was manipulated by someone, because they said that they didn't mean to manipulate me or whatever, but kind of doubt that.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, um, always telling me the negatives about Brinky, never the positives. They just genuinely made me feel bad for liking the ship, and I told them about it. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, I love Brinky. I love it so much.
If
And,
you
like,
are
no, you.
toxic in any way towards my friends, especially Romy, or if you did name him, I'm coming to your house and I'm hitting you with a comically large mallet.
Yeah. And not to mention, this dude is like almost an adult venting to me about stuff, and in a way, like, he's like, yeah, give me advice on how to not die.
Drink water, eat, and breathe.
Yeah. I'm like, um, don't. If you're almost an adult, talk to other adults about it. Don't force kids
I have a friend
to
who's an
deal with your
actual
shit.
adult, and yeah, they do vent to me quite a bit. I'm just like, dude, I'm just kind of chilling. We're friends
Like,
because.
Eowyn,
Hmm?
if you're a friend and you're an adult, that's one thing, because, yeah, sure, you can admit to me if you're a friend. But if we just met and you force me to read your damn fan fiction and then expect me to be your friend, and you start venting to me, like, how do I respond to that?
Look, self promos can be a decent gateway to friendship, but if you're gonna force someone into doing something, then that's not a good thing. Like, I made a good
Well,
friend.
actually,
He just like DM'd me and he was like, "Hey, please check out my YouTube channel. I'm just starting off." And now I
huh?
have like a 2 year long friendship with this British gay guy from England.
Okay, but actually, now that I think about it, I did read it voluntarily, but there was like read the fanfiction voluntarily, but then he vented to me right after, and I'm like, dude, we just met.
Ugh.
Like, if. And also, apparently, he likes a lot of NSFW stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm 14, I don't
Mama.
need to know that. Why are you following me?
Like, yeah.
I hope he doesn't watch this podcast, actually.
I hope he does.
He's gonna
Like,
complain in the comments, he's gonna be like, how dare you talk about me?
that's crazy, but I don't remember asking. I'm the one who tends to read the comments the most, and, just give it like a
I do
few.
read.
Okay, give it like a few days. I'll delete any comments he makes, and then you can read the comments.
Ooh. Okay, but like,
He does not faze me.
does he does kind of deserve to be called out like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving you his Twitter at, of course.
Yeah, we're not sending you to witch hunt anybody, but. Oop, there he goes again. Anyways, back to season 3. We're not a professional podcast, by the way. We're just sitting here. I mean, if you can't tell with like the background noise and stuff, we're just hanging out, really. Ooh, fun news. I've developed some new stems, so if you hear me going or yeah, that's a stem. So, and you're back.
Yeah, like, I don't mean to I'm not even sure if he actually meant to be like what manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
He
Well,
was the worst person I've met in the Pinky and the Brain fandom.
well, I
No
high key
offense to
told
him.
him. Full offense to him. Um, I high key told him that he was being manipulative. Like, he made a really bad comment on our Brinky post, our Brinky episode, one of them at least. And I told him straight up that he was manipulative, and he did all of this apologizing, but even that sounded manipulative, and yep. Honestly, all I have to say to him is bonk. Get bonked, nerd.
Yeah, sorry I started talking about this, but it just needs to be said.
It's chill, it's our podcast. We can talk about literally anything we want.
Don't fucking manipulate children.
Uh-huh. This has been a call out post for the toxic side of the Animaniacs fandom.
Don't fucking manipulate children.
Don't manipulate children. Don't be toxic positive. Don't be toxic negative. Just hang out,
Yeah, and also don't draw
It's
incest.
period. It's a kids show. It's a kids cartoon from the 90s and 2020. Just
Okay, literally people are like, oh my god, people are getting angry at me because I'm drawing prawn of their favorite characters that are minors. God, I hate children. Have you ever thought that you were fucking drawing something from a fucking children's show, you dumb bitch?
like, even if it's an adult from a children's show, I'm still just like, you're gonna Google. The kid is gonna Google their favorite character, and they're gonna scroll past the third row of Google images because they don't know. And then they're gonna see like their favorite cartoon character, like ass up.
Hello, nurse.
Like Hello Nurse, or literally any My Little Pony character you've ever thought of. Or
Yeah, I made that mistake.
like I tend to just ignore that side of like not to be a Pegasus or anything, but like um I tend to just ignore that bit. Like, I'm just like, alright, I'm just gonna pretend I do not see it. But the one I will not stand for, well, other than, full con or whatever, I will not stand for people drawing that Make-A-Wish Kids character. I hate that.
Which character?
So in one episode of My Little Pony, there is a character with speaking roles. He's a minor character. He's a fully grown stallion, so you know whatever. But it is the OC of a Make-A-Wish kid, who wanted his character in the show, and he's the one selling the lamps shaped like Discord. At the Rainbow Falls trading thing. But Hasbro was like, alright, we know that the internet goes crazy for all of our characters, but this is the one character that we demand that you do not make anything out of. And they did it out of spite. I hate the internet with all of my heart. This kid's like Googling his own character, and then he just sees that.
You're a fucking monster if you do that shit.
I know, it's this disabled kid in a wheelchair who's terminally ill. He's got a Make-A-Wish thing. I think he's fine. I think he came out of it fine, but like, I'm not quite sure, but even the character itself is disabled. Like, the character has like a wheelchair thing, and I'm just like, can you guys chill for 15 seconds?
Or can you just do a background check on that character?
I know, and like, I know that some people did it just fully out of spite. Like, they know that Hasbro didn't want them to do this. They know the context of the character, and they just did it anyway.
Congratulations, you motherfuckers. You ruined a child's innocence, and I hope you fucking drown in an ocean.
The character's name is Stellar Eclipse, I think.
Aww.
And for a character designed by a child, it is incredibly good. Like, it's better than a lot of designs from the show, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good.
But like, just even with Safe Search on, from like the second row down, you'll see some terrible art.
Oh no.
And it causes me pain.
Some really good art though.
Yeah, there's some really sweet fan art that's like people, you know, supporting this kid, but then there's just some incredibly cursed.
And I saw the porn.
And they really especially like shipping it with this one other OC. I don't know whose OC it is, but it's just somebody's like Bat Pony character, and I'm just like, can you guys calm down, please? It's a child's character.
This is enraging me.
And on that note, I hate the internet. I think we should wrap up this episode. We got totally derailed, but that's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. Please don't Google anything, ever. And we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.